listo. Esto es la última pelea de la noche. 8 asaltos peso welter. Ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go with our final bout of the evening. 8 rounds of boxing scheduled in the welterweight division. Set to make his ring walk. Please welcome Mauro Maximiliano Godoy. And now entering the arena, please welcome the King of New York, Pablo Pretty Boy Valdez.
Well, entering the arena, it is a New Yorker flanked by 2 fellow New Yorkers. Pablo Valdez, 8-0, 7 knockouts. And walking him out is Edgar Berlanga and the IBF champ, Richardson Hitchens. Both fighters knowing Valdez very well as he gets ready for his 8-round welterweight contest against Mauro Godoy. Valdez trying to make it 8 stoppages in 9 pro fights and stay undefeated here in Orlando.
Yeah, and he's drawn a good crowd here. Part of the reason that we're sitting here calling this very fight is the number of tickets that Pablo Valdez has sold. You can still see a lot of these fans stuck around after the main event to see Pablo Valdez fight. You know, when you're coming up like
Ladies and gentlemen, from the beautiful Caribe Royale here in Orlando, Florida, live on DAZN, we are set to go with a special welterweight attraction. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored tonight by BetOnline, Everlast, El Mexicano, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Riyadh Season, Puncher's Chance, and Drip. Introducing your 3 judges scoring this contest from ringside. Frederick Flutie, Tina Griffith, and Michelle Walker Serrano. To the sound of the bell, your 3rd man in the ring, referee Christopher Young. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing scheduled in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he was white, gold, and blue. He scaled 148 3/4 pounds. Professional record, 37 wins, 10 defeats, 1 draw, with 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Peleando desde Centenario, Nuquín, Argentina, damas y caballeros, Mauro El Rayo Maximiliano Godoy. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears white with blue. He scaled 152 1/4 pounds. His professional record, perfect. 8 fights, 8 victories, with 7 of his 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of the Lower East Side of New York City, here is the King of New York, Pablo Pretty Boy Valdez.
Red corner, blue corner. Okay, Jimmy, listen. Everything up here I'm gonna say good. Everything up here I'm gonna say good. Jimmy, just read instructions in the dressing room. That tough, clean fight. Do my commands all the time. Protect yourselves all the time. Touch them up.
Christopher Young, the third man in the ring between Pablo Valdez and Mauro Godoy, who has a wealth of experience, but Valdez is the older guy at 8-0. 41-year-old veteran power puncher Pablo Valdez fighting out of New York City.
Blue corner, you ready? Hail!
As we get going here for 8 rounds in Orlando. Valdez with a late start to his pro career due to serving time in prison. He's only been a pro for a little under 7 years. But he was the staple in the New York boxing scene as an amateur.
Both these guys look a little dry and soft, and this is the thing about swing bouts. You don't know when you're going to be fighting. And these guys are both fighting after the main event, usually in an empty arena, but these guys stuck around here. The Puerto Rican fans want to see Pablo Valdez, I guess.
So Valdez on a Matchroom card where Edgar Berlanga headlined at the MSG Theater. That was in June of 2023.
Yeah, he certainly capitalized on the opportunities he's had with his relationship with Edgar Berlanga fighting on his undercards. And I give him credit, 41 years old, still wants to try to make something out of his career. Started off 8-0, but we'll see if that power is real. He hasn't had great competition up until this point.
Valdez has fought once in each of the last 3 years. The most recent bout came fairly recently in the third round KO over Yudi Bernardo back on November 9th in nearby Kissimmee. That fight took place at 154 pounds, as did the 2 prior fights before that one for Valdez.
You see Valdez is a flat-footed fighter. You know, he stalks his opponents, cuts off the ring. You know, he looks every part of the 41 years old, but I want to see how he looks once he lets those hands go and see if that power is real.
How old do you look?
Well, I feel 54, but I am 44.
You're not 44.
How old are you?
You're 45.
How old are you?
45. Same age.
I don't have white hair. You're like it's a swing belt.
I do like your honesty, though. Most people will say, man, I feel 25. No, you go up.
Well, you look great, Justin. Oh, there's a big overhand right. But look, Godoy did the clever thing and just rolled with the shots. So look, these guys don't look intimidating. They don't look the part, but they have like some sneaky tricks up their sleeves. They're not amateurs here. I mean, these are two professional fighters. They're not in the greatest shape, but they can definitely fight.
Well, Valdez really loaded up on that right hand. He's starting to find a home for it a little bit. Just landed one a moment ago as well. So still looking for those opportunities here in the first round. Over there going downstairs with that body shot. Trying to soften him up, get that guard down so we can land that overhand right.
Valdez with his initials, PV on the waistband. Godoy, meanwhile, with the white trunks, the blue waistband. As we are through round 1.
Use your jab to get in. Creep your way. When you get in, use your jab and then fire. Don't reach and don't get anxious. Got it. We'll get him. We'll get him. Trust me.
Close the gap a little bit.
You understand what I'm saying? Listen to what he's saying. Understand? That's 1-0. Nice and relaxed. I want them hands up. Stay low. If he goes to let him go. Come in a step. That's the cutoff. Let him roll that way. Because he wants you to come that way. Let him come to your right hand. 2-3. But set it up with a jab. Let's go.
Yep. And then start doing that wild right.
See Gary Stark in the corner of Valdez, longtime New York area trainer, former trainer, one of the guys that worked with your guy, Daniel Jacobs, Sergio.
All right, brother, forgive me. I want to see jabs from Valdez. You know, whenever you do have those flat feet, you're the older fighter. You know, you're not going to be punching with the younger fighter, with the more experienced veteran in front of you. You're not going to go punch for punch with him. So you want to cut off the ring and just, you know, pick your shots correctly, and you do that behind the jab.
Again, Valdez, older than Mauro Godoy, who's 35 years of age and out of Argentina. He's been a pro for nearly 14.5 years. So more experience than any of Valdez's prior opponents.
You hold it. Stop holding.
He's lost 3 straight and 4 of his last 6.
See, right here is where Valdez should be jabbing, you know, jabbing his way in, jabbing at the chest, and that's how you stop the movement of Godoy. Godoy's not hard to figure out.
Big right hand.
He's not hard to figure out. Just got to aim at the chest, whether with the right hand or with that jab, but that's how you stop him from moving laterally.
It's a couple times now Godoy has jumped in to tie up as he's felt Valdez get a little bit closer. When Godoy does that, Valdez got to let his hands go.
There is a whole lot of support ringside for Pablo Valdez. Members of the Berlanga team, Berlanga himself, Richardson Hitchens yelling out advice.
This is the most crowded I have seen a venue for a walkout bout. Truly, I have not seen this many people sticking around for a walkout bout before.
And credit to Edgar Berlanga for doing that. It wasn't just his fans, but definitely Pablo Valdez brought up some people as well. And credit to him. I mean, what a story. I mean, to go through what he's been through in life, and to still be on a major televised undercard, you know, where people cheering him on, it's a dream come true. Whether he's on the big stage or on the main event or not, he's still on the big stage.
Does this count as the undercard? Is it the overcard?
Swing bout, it's called.
I know it's called. Yes.
Yeah, so you know these fights are normally in an empty arena. You know, the fans already seen him on the main event. But he's getting he has a dream, a bucket lister marked off, you know, a dream come true for Pablo Valdez. So credit for him, he's here.
Valdez looking for a win in his return to welterweight, trying to improve to 9-0.
You know, Godoy does hold, you know, awkward manner. It'll serve Valdez right to start ripping the body when he tries to do that.
2 good lefts there for Valdez.
Stay low. I want to see that overhand right. You hear me?
Keep your left hand. You have to listen.
Keep your left hand up
and close
We
the
ain't got
gap.
nothing for you. Shorten the gap. Start coming in a little bit more. Take your time. Don't get careless. Yo, that's 2-0. Stop it. Let's go, baby. You hear me? Overhand right. Let's go. You get inside. Give me some body work. But don't be anxious. Use your jab first. Remember the marshmallow. Jab marshmallow. Start coming in a little. Let him go left. Don't chase him to that side. Got it? He got nothing for you. You hear me?
Don't let him get in the comfort zone.
Yeah, don't let him get comfortable.
Go to the body.
Let's go.
Here we go at the start of round 3 between Pablo Valdez and Mauro Godoy. Here at the Caribe Royale in Orlando.
That's what I want to see more of from both fighters. For Valdez especially. Right now he's just doing a little bit too much head hunting. And it's Godoy who's digging the body in this round.
Watch your head, watch your head.
Right into the body from Valdez.
When Valdez is coming in like that, you'd be wise to kind of double up the jab and go downstairs to the body.
That'll stop the lateral movement of Godoy. It can get the combinations flowing. Valdez does cut off the ring nicely. You see he makes the ring smaller and smaller, but he doesn't implement an offense behind cutting off the ring. So he's doing the right things, just not fast enough with his hands to let the punches go.
Big left hand to the body by Valdez and a wind-up right.
You can see that Valdez has heavy hands. You can hear the thump when they land. Even though they're not landing cleanly, you can see, you can hear that he does have power. Nice check hook there by Valdez.
Coming from the left side, continuing to headhunt Pablo Valdez.
You can see Valdez is waking up now. Faster feet, faster reaction with his upper body. Sneaky fighter is Pablo Valdez. I thought he was just one gear, but he's taking it to another gear now. See that? Look, he's quicker than he looks, man. Guys like Pablo Valdez, he can fall asleep on him, he can get knocked out. Now I know why he has so many knockouts. He makes it seem like he's not doing much, and he comes out real quick.
7 KOs in 8 pro fights for Pablo Valdez.
Guys like this, you can just take for granted, fall asleep on, and then next thing you know, you're the one that's sleeping, waking up. That is what you don't want to do, is load up on a shot like that and miss, because when you have 41-year-old legs, you're not accustomed to missing. When you miss that bad, it takes more of your strength from your bottom half, from your thighs. The body shot. See, that's what I want to see from Valdez.
Digging to the body, but a tad low on that last punch. Valdez knows it. He's owning it right now. He said, yep, it's my bad.
Let's see if Godoy returns the favor, which is the unwritten rule of boxers. That's what we're kind of taught up in the gym, whether you like it or not. You go low, you go lower. There's a lingering pain that a boxer goes through when you go with the low blow, and the worst that happens is a warning from the referee. So the unwritten rule is, if they hit you low, you got to return the favor, because that's all your opponent's going to get. Okay?
No retaliation. Time in. No retaliation.
You can hear the referee saying no retaliation. But that's exactly what I'll do.
He doesn't want to that unwritten rule.
Ooh, good body shot there by Godoy.
Yeah, good right hand, though, from Valdez back up top.
I saw the right hand, but I'm telling you, the body shot is actually, it paid more dividends. Especially, you know, for the older fighter.
Godoy a little bit more livelier after the low blow. End of 3. Mauro Godoy trying to avoid a 4th straight defeat. He has faced the likes of Sandor Martin, Sean McComb, Samuel Vargas in the past. And here he has 41-year-old Pablo Valdez in front of him in Orlando.
Nice catch and counter by Valdez. Anytime you see a fighter that can catch and counter like that, you know that he has, you know, ability, he has some skill. Normally, you know, fighters that aren't accustomed or don't have much of a pedigree, they just absorb all those punches. But whenever you have a fighter that, as soon as he feels that punch landing, he comes back with the punch, you know, he's pretty skilled.
Yeah, and I like
some skill.
Even after that low blow from Valdez, continue to dig down to the body. He doesn't abandon it.
Valdez with a big right hand coming over the top.
Godoy saying, bring it on. Now, a little bit of courage coming out of Godoy now, even though he's the one in the back foot getting hit.
I'd say bring it on, Sergio, but every time I see that, I think the guy's hurt.
Well, he's definitely getting beaten, pushed back.
Stiff jab by Valdez.
I like that body shot by Valdez. And that'll open up the head shot. That's going to open up the overhand rights again. See that? Godoy comes right back to the body.
Godoy sneaking a right hand in through the guard of Valdez.
Body shot there, even though it was a little bit of a rabbit punch, it was because Godoy turned his back. The referee didn't get involved. It was the right choice.
Yeah, and you can see Godoy dropping that guard a little bit. That's exactly what Valdez wants. He wants those hands right around the midsection so he can come back upstairs. The upstairs where his power is probably at its best, but he's doing a good job staying dedicated to his body shots. Good body shot, strafing body.
Counter left to the body by Valdez.
It's lifting Godoy's feet up. Those body shots are doing the damage right there. Even though they're being blocked, they're still having an effect. You can see that Valdez does have heavy hands.
Let him go.
Good body shot right there. You see how his leg lift up when that body shot landed? And that's what I've been seeing. Even though he's blocking him and sometimes in the landing, the thigh comes up. Mauro Godoy does not like those body shots.
Te quiero derrotado, te quiero con ánimo, escúchame. Cuando tú lo llevas a él no hace nada, tienes que empujarlo en los amarres, tratando de salir te está dando. En los amarres empújalo, estate quieto, yo te voy a dar agua, tienes que dejarte llevar, escúchame.
1-2 hooks to the head. 1-2 hooks. Body, body. Now you can start bringing it a little more. Stay to the right. Got it? You're not listening. You're starting to go. You're starting to get anxious. Don't get anxious. We're up 4-0. You hear me? You're up. He got nothing for you.
When he's opening up, you got to open up at the same time. But keep your hands up, all right?
Stay low.
You got it?
What's the key?
Come on,
Stay
come on.
fucking low. Get up.
This fight scheduled for 8 rounds. We are entering round number 5 between Pablo Valdez and Mauro Godoy out of Argentina. And a good double left, connecting by Pablo Valdez to start off the 5th.
A lot of information coming to Valdez between rounds. Gary Stark in his corner, Richardson Hitchens, Edgar Berlanga.
There's a body shot again from Valdez.
Yeah, Godoy's not liking those body shots.
Oh, and a big left hand sends Godoy down to a knee here in the 5th.
And it was because he landed that body shot earlier in a feint punch. Left hook to the body, and just 5 seconds later, left hook upstairs. That's what those body shots do.
A lot of time now for Valdez to work with. That caught Godoy, it seemed like right on the temple, right on that forehead area.
Valdez, a big right hand. Godoy wobbly in the corner. And that is going to be ruled a knockdown. Momentarily going to the mat.
Yeah, he took a knee. No question that was a knockdown.
And listen, if we're curious about the power of Pablo Valdez,
he doesn't want to continue.
That's it. Pablo Valdez, vicious in Orlando as he picks up his 8th stoppage.
Yeah, Godoy was on his feet after taking a knee on that knockdown. The referee said to him, "Do you want to continue?" He said no. The referee asked again to be sure. He said no. He wanted out of that fight. Another knockout win for Pablo Valdez.
And that was real power displayed by Pablo Valdez because he was facing a veteran with 49 fights, only stopped 6 times, make that 7.
So at 41 years young, Pablo Valdez improving to 9-0. He picks up his 8th knockout.
Over there and see if he's over. Hold on. He's going over to the corner.
And for Godoy falls to 37-11-1. Stopped here in Orlando. His 4th straight defeat, and you see Valdez being greeted by Berlanga, Hitchens in the ring, but here some of the action from the final round.
And that was that temple shot that we've seen so many times. Caught him right on the right side of the temple. Sergio, that's an equilibrium buster.
Equilibrium. Break it up, Chris Maddox.
And there you see the finish. I do think that the first shot was still lingering with Godoy as he went down on that second one. I don't think he ever recovered from that first punch.
You know what I love, man? Other than the story of Pablo Valdez, you know, and what he came through, I love the fact that he has so much championship support. I mean, with Richardson, Hitchens here, I mean, Eddie Hearn is still here. The fact that Edgar Berlanga was on his feet supporting him, you know, cheering on Pablo Valdez. I mean, talk about a support system. I love seeing that, man. What a story.
You got to block. Block and punch. Block and punch and close the gap. Tiene que hacer 47.
If you're Pablo Valdez, you're probably waiting around and seeing what Edgar Berlanga does next, or even Richardson Hitchens. Hitchens likely return to the ring sometime this summer. Maybe Valdez get another opportunity on one of those cards. See if he can keep this long shot attempt at fighting for a world title alive.
It just sounds like Hitchens' next fight is destined for New York, and we saw what Valdez was able to do in terms of selling tickets here in this room in Orlando. But what could the New York native do if he is on the billing for a fight in New York sometime in the first half of this year? So Pablo Valdez picks up his 9th win, now 9-0 with 8 knockouts. Let's go into the ring and make it official with David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Christopher Young calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 1 minute and 10 seconds of round number 5. Declaring your winner by TKO, he's still undefeated, the King of New York, Pablo Pretty Boy Valdez.
Well, Pretty Boy making it look beautiful here in his stoppage over Mauro Godoy in Orlando. Now 9-0 with 8 knockouts. That's going to do it for us from Caribe Royale. For Chris Mannix, for Sergio Mora, our entire crew, I'm Justin Shackle. We will talk to you next time. Take care, everybody. So long from Orlando.
This is the best I've ever seen you.
Latinos, somos creadores de momentos, momentos compartidos. Somos tan auténticos como los sabores que nos han unido por generaciones. Somos tradición, como la marca El Mexicano, que ofrece una gran variedad de productos de calidad y frescura, con sabor auténtico, para unirnos y vivir momentos de alegría. Somos familia, porque no hay nada más importante. Somos El Mexicano.